come in and you see this incredible view. Look at this, like a painting.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tokyo Portfolio. I'm in the beautiful city of Nara, just south of Osaka, and I was just completely bombarded by these guys right behind me. And today I am here to show you a beautiful, magnificent house. And to join me in this endeavor is...
Oh my God, it's me. How you doing, guys? I'm a bit worried about these deer. A minute ago, right, Alex went full-blown Pied Piper. He had to get some like senbei rice crackers and lure the deer over to this side of the park. The moment the deer see you've bought some, they all flock to you. They all chase you across the park.
Yeah, and they chew on your shirt too.
Oh,
look at that, I got slobber all over me.
Looks like a baby's gone to town on that.
Oh yeah.
But like, no, it's a really cool place. I haven't been here like 5-6 years, and I forgot how amazing it is just walking around, just sitting on these deer. But why am I in Nara, Alex? Why have you brought me all the way down here to the ancient capital of Japan?
You were in Nara today because you guys always leave me these comments saying, why don't you do Japanese style houses? And well, today we have a Japanese, traditional, yet modern little house to go see. Yeah.
Modern, traditional. Are there going to be any deer?
Maybe.
Oh dear, let's go. So what I love about this part of Japan, Nara and Kyoto, is they hold on to sort of traditional values and architecture a lot better than they do in Tokyo, where we normally film our videos, right?
You're absolutely right about that, and the place that I'm going to impress you with today is a perfect example of that. This place right behind us is a great example of both antiquity and modernity all at the same time.
My two favorite things.
Let's go see it. Let's check out the garden. Come on in.
Off the bustling street and into the Tranquil Garden.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is stunning. Look at that, the blue sky, the green grass, the old traditional building.
Yeah.
It's like a palatial estate. What is this, Alex? I feel my stress levels simply going down just by walking in here.
Absolutely. So this place right here is originally from 1931. So it's 91 years old right now. And it was built by this guy named Nakamura-san, who was a gardener, believe it or not. You can see.
Might explain the garden. Yeah,
might explain the garden. But he made a lot of money over here and decided to move over to Hollywood and became a set designer of all things.
Over to your neck of the woods.
Over to my neck of the woods. But yeah, this is left where he was before, you know. And yeah, the current owner bought it a couple of years ago and decided to fix it all up. He just finished renovations this year, in fact, and turned it into a beautiful hotel and restaurant and also like a membership-only club kind of thing as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's go up the nice little rock path rather, and see what's inside.
Yeah, actually the owner's here, so we can ask him more about the place. So this is Hojo-san. He's actually the owner of the entire property.
Nice to meet you.
And he'll show us around today.
Mr. Hojo first showed us the tokonoma, a little alcove that's usually used to display art or flowers. These are usually not in the entrance of a house, but in tatami rooms instead.
ここがもともと3つの部屋があったところを1つの空間にして大きな空間にしてます。そして天井も構造が見えるようなものを作ってます。
As I mentioned, this place was fully renovated, and as you can see from these before pictures from when he bought it, parts of the roof were caved in and letting in the elements. The entrance was also completely overgrown with trees, but he cut down the larger ones and kept the smaller ones, which he used to make this beautiful garden. All in all, it took 3 years for him to painstakingly transform it to what it is today.
Very minimalist sort of design here. It's very relaxing, just coming in here, right?
It is, and it's kind of hard to, you know, see that this is a 91-year-old building. But
yeah, I mean, the photos that we saw of this place before the renovation, it was pretty decrepit, not gonna lie. And to see that turn into this, like, it's hard to reconcile that. But the only thing you can sort of see is the beams up top, right? The original beams, aren't they?
Yeah, so the interesting thing about this is if you look really closely, you can see on the right-hand side that the beams going this way are a bit like newer looking than the ones on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So the ones on the left-hand side are original to this building. The ones on the right-hand side are all brand new. But you can also see it's the same color throughout. That's because they use persimmon leaves, they smoke them, and then they turn that into kind of like a varnish and paint it all over that.
これに関しては、日本人なんですけども、海外で活躍している田島美香っていうアーティストの作品を置いてます。まあ、建物ちょうど中心に これがあるんですけども、僕らは、この建物の、心臓になるようなイメージとして、こういったアートを飾ってます。
You see these chairs?
A chair?
Yes, this chair, it looks like it could have been made yesterday, but these are actually from the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and actually all of the furniture in here, except for maybe these tables, is originally from the 1950s and 60s.
Including the bookshelf?
Including the bookshelf. This is a bit older, actually. And this is the only non-Japanese piece in here. It was made in Japan, but it was designed by a non-Japanese
And does it come
designer.
at a price to not be Japanese?
It does, yeah, about 4 million yen or...
$40,000 bookshelf,
Yes,
seriously.
it's the most expensive piece in here as
Wow.
well. But come on over here, we see this little lounge area / little dining room area.
I like the
too.
little shrine up in the corner over there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
cute.
They made it a very modernized version of the traditional Japanese thing to do.
These chairs may look brand new, but they're also from the 1950s. Well, yes, they were reupholstered, but they do have the original studs and legs on them.
建物は結構古いものを残しているんですけども、こっちの庭に関しては結構もう全てやり替えてます。もともとここには川が流れてたりとか、すごい植栽がたくさん生えてたんですけども、全てカットしてですね、新しい植栽を植えてます。
Though the trees in Mr. Hojo's yard are not common varieties in modern Japanese gardens, having these kind of trees used to be a sign of wealth. And oh boy, do they look nice.
So now we're going into the hotel quarters. Yeah,
Look at this.
it's a bit nicer than what you would expect, right?
Got a bit of it's strange how you don't just walk straight into the room. They've got this glass corridor.
Yeah.
Some sort of separation. But it's great. You come in and you see this incredible view. Look at this, like a painting.
Yeah, look at this. They completely took out the ceiling right here, just made it double height ceilings all the way to the... Yeah, they even took out the attic, so it's like 3 stories high,
They're
basically.
insanely high. But like
Yeah.
the sort of dichotomy of the different floors of the house, right? We've got the living room here, we've got the viewing gallery up there, the ceiling, and then the beautiful garden out there with the water feature.
It is
really, really nice.
It is quite nice. But I want you to just look at these right here, these little chairs. Here, take a seat in this and make sure you don't break it. Because, yeah, exactly. These are designs by Sori Yonagi, who is one of the biggest designers in Japan. And this is like impossible to find. I've never actually seen one of these before. And these are so rare that the designer's family actually like contacted him and said, hey, make sure that you don't do
What's the
anything
designer
like this.
known for? Their aesthetic.
Mostly tableware, actually, like forks and knives and stuff like that, and like pots and pans too. So furniture is almost unheard of. But over there, you'll see another piece. That's a Noguchi. You know Noguchi? Isamu Noguchi?
No Gucci.
Yeah, American Japanese guy.
I know Gucci.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, you
know. I don't know. No Gucci. This is. Anyway, I'm going to lose my mind. Carry on.
But yeah, just keeping on with the Noguchi thing. More Noguchi over here, another one over there as well. These are originally like kids' dining tables,
Right.
That they turned into just like little side table things.
So they really put a lot of effort into the furniture here, right?
Oh yes, I mean the furniture and the interior, everything about this. They must have put so much money into this.
This
place.
couch alone is more than Alex's entire net worth.
Considering this couch is also from the 1950s, I mean, sure, it's new fabric, but it's very comfy, very slim.
Smells like the 1950s.
It does it? Like cigarettes and depression.
Cigarettes and depression. Is that what the 1950s were a great time, so far as I can tell.
Yeah.
But I like this sort of, what is this? This thatched.
So it's funny you mentioned this wall actually. If you look really closely, this is a rattan woven wall. I like how they did this. And this looks like it's all storage too. Yep, it is.
But how do you open it?
Press on it. Yes. The magic of springs.
Thank God you're here, Alex. So I'd
Yes.
never have worked that out. It's like child-proof wardrobe cupboard.
I'm absolutely sure about that. Now, look at this too. I just want you to look at this. This is the original post to the place, right? But what happens is if you're gonna raise the roof like this, which they did,
Right.
yeah, they basically had to cover the parts that were exposed before.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they put new wood in there. Usually you would paint over it, but they decided they liked the way that it
Well,
looks.
how much was it to actually spend renovating this place, roughly?
So just for renovations, about 200 million yen.
That's about $2 million. But you can see where the money went, right? On this, and especially doors that open when you touch them. That's clever, that is. Best $2 million ever spent on renovation.
You are easily pleased,
Yes, I am.
but we should go see outside to see what they've done with the garden.
Oh, the secret garden.
Come on out.
Oh,
So we had the front garden, but this is the back garden.
the secret garden.
The secret garden.
Obviously, garden space is at a premium in Japan, you know, like a residential estate like this, and so they do a very good job, like turning the garden into something special in the very confined space that they have, right? It's like
Absolutely.
a mini forest.
Yeah,
and,
this isn't your mom's big backyard, but yeah, you do have.
your mom's big backyard. What is that? What is that, Alex? This is nice.
Yes, you even have a little fountain over here. This is basically the kind of thing that you would have in front of a temple or shrine to wash your hands, but you have one in your backyard. Isn't that nice?
Wonderful.
Yeah. But what I wanted to show you is look at this patchwork of like greenery over here.
It's like a moss, right?
This is all moss, but what they do in Japan is they don't just put in one kind of moss because sometimes it won't work with the weather or the climate or whatever.
Right.
So they actually have 3 different varieties of moss.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So the guy that owns this imported them all from Kyoto.
You can kind of see as well the different sort of patches and gradients and colours.
Exactly. So you have the kind of lighter green over here, the darker green over here, and then kind of like a brownish moss over here. And they kind of, depending on the weather, depending on the climate, they will kind of ebb and flow, and one will, you know, go over the others.
I've always
basically.
wondered, what kind of maintenance does it require? Is it like grass, we need to cut it and trim it, or does it just do its own
It
thing?
just does its own thing as long as you keep it, you know, wet, then it's all good. But you see these big trees over here, not the little ones, but the big ones,
big trees.
the big trees, they're actually original to the house. So these have been here for about 90 something years.
Right, and we saw the photos earlier of the house, and good God, it looked very different, shall we say, before the renovations took place. But yeah, it's really inspiring seeing something like this, like from the ashes almost converted into something modern, beautiful, traditional, and yeah, a little bit of oasis, a little bit of calm in the middle of Nara.
It's a phoenix house. It's born in the ashes. I like that. But let's go back in and see the upstairs.
Inwards we go.
Come on. This is only a 1-bedroom, by the way, but
Right.
it's absolutely massive.
So the sort of people that would stay here, we're talking couples, right?
I would say a couple, yeah, probably no kids.
Couples that appreciate art and science and no Gucci.
Yeah.
And wow, this is very lavish indeed.
This is. So again, they took out the entire attic, so you just have these ultra-high roofs over here. You can see the original posts
Yeah.
everywhere. 90-year-old wood, actually a lot longer.
I love these in traditional Japanese homes. They have these sort of viewing galleries,
Yeah.
sort of area where you can like look out over the garden, right?
Right, the Engawa, I guess. Yeah.
And then we have a nice bed.
Nice bed. This is a big king. This is also custom made for this place. And if you look really closely, you'll see it has all these buttons on the side too. These are things that control all the different lights and everything inside.
Yeah, let's push some
I
buttons.
know you like pushing buttons. He's always pushing my
Oh,
buttons.
it's dimming. It's
Yeah.
dimming. It's going up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually custom made
crap.
those buttons. Oh God, get back up. Come on.
I'm
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we're good. We're good. We're all back up.
But check this out.
Yeah.
Really quintessential Nara view. I feel like I'm in a video game set in Japan. It's like you got this like road here, the trees, the Kawara roof tiles, and you know they clearly spent a lot of money doing all the roof tiles here as well.
Yeah. And by the way, we're only about a 5-minute walk from where we just saw the deer earlier today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's in a crazy neighborhood, I have to say.
Absolutely. Go and see the deer, roll around on the bed, enjoy your no Gucci furniture. What more could you want?
So that little Engawa area that you mentioned earlier, let's go see it.
Engawa literally means what?
Engawa.
Garden viewing area.
Yeah, let's call it something like that. But look at this right here.
How big do you want your paper lantern? Yes.
This is another. Yes, bigger and much bigger. This is another Noguchi, and you really don't see them in this size. It's just a floor lamp, but original from the 1950s or 1960s. But I also want you to see right over here, this little lantern over here. This is another Noguchi, but you can see it's a lot different than paper. It's not paper at all. It's actually made of rayon.
fabric.
Yeah, like a silky kind of thing, but this is also from the 1950s. These are absolutely priceless.
A silky kind of thing
Yes.
for a staggering amount of money. It's also important to point out right now, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs. It's also quite nice, right, though, because you've got the sort of warm lanterns in here, the warmth of the interior, the rain trickling down the Kawara roof tiles, across the mossy garden, 3 kinds of moss, as you remember. It's really nice, like Japanese homes in the rain, actually really pleasant.
The sounds, the smells, everything.
Yeah,
Absolutely
my
lovely.
house growing up in the rain, absolute tip, awful, just really awful.
Yeah, and speaking of showers, do you want to go see the bathroom?
You bet I do.
All right. So this is the bathroom. Come on over.
Whoa,
Look at this, right?
very cozy indeed.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Yes. That's a satisfying tap. It's like pure gold or something. It's so smooth.
Yes, the brushed brass. I love that.
That fine tap action. Got some bath salts and a huge sprawling bath with a wonderful little bamboo garden.
Yes, you have your own garden that you can look at while you're in your bath.
I like that.
Yeah, this is quite nice. Ooh. It's made of metal too.
And it's so nice with the rain coming down here, right, off the roof, running down the garden, by the bonsai plants. So much thought and care has gone into the design of this place, right? Every room just feels like a piece of art. Like, it's really, really quite special.
Just imagine do not, I swear to God, do not do that.
If you were Connor, you'd be very wet by now.
Oh, I know. I'd be singing in the bathtub, wouldn't I? Oh, no. Well, let's get out of here before he just murders me.
After our tour of the house, Mr. Hojo's wife treated us to some Nara delicacies.
奈良って海がないので、
はい
お寿司っていうものが魚が簡単に取れないので保存できるお寿司のようなものなんですけど、柿の葉にご飯と酢飯とお魚を握ったものを柿の葉で巻いて保存できるような昔からある保存食の一つなんですけど、とっても美味しいんですね。
I've never had this before.
Yeah, me neither. Apparently, yeah. So this is basically sushi, right? So you have the sumeshi, which is the rice with the vinegar on it. And then of course you have the fish on top of it as well. But this is actually kept at room temperature. And because of this is a persimmon leaf that they use. Because of the properties of this, you can keep it for maybe 4 days or something like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful cube of sushi.
Yeah. So you have salmon and I think the other one was mackerel. That is quite nice. Wow. And even the tea, by the way, this is made of persimmon leaves, apparently.
But you can taste the persimmon leaves in the sushi.
Absolutely.
Particularly in the rice, the sort of sweetness of the leaves has come out.
We also indulged in nyumen, or stewed thin noodles, washed it down with some persimmon tea, and, as is customary when filming with Chris, followed that with a heaping serving of fried chicken.
So Chris, how was the Kaki no Hazushi?
Almost as good as this Noguchi book. Look at this. Right, Noguchi himself made this.
Yes.
Some sort of torture device, so far as I can tell. But anyway, yeah, it was really good actually. I can't believe I've never had that in 10 years. I've never had sushi wrapped in a persimmon leaf. But you said this place cost $2 million to renovate, right?
Yeah, the only reason that it cost that little is because the actual guy who owns it is also the head of a construction company. So, yeah.
Mate's race.
Exactly. Yeah. So normally this would be around maybe 3 to 400 mil, so like $3 to $4 million to renovate a place like this.
But like, again, it's inspiring. You look at the photos of what it looked like before. It's kind of had the vibes of somewhere that should be knocked down very quickly. Right? I think there's a real obsession with renovating Japanese houses recently online because they do have a very short shelf life. They're made of wood. And so there's something magical about turning them around, I think. And seeing what they've done here with this place, really, thoroughly, I am, admittedly, very impressed by this.
We impressed abroad again!
But what, is this going to be every episode? You're just going to find me somewhere that's good?
I'm sorry, I mean, you want me to find you a place
This was too easy. Of course I'm going to be impressed by this. I can't walk in here and be like, oh, this is rubbish, I'm not impressed. You've got to raise your game, you've got to find something tougher.
All right, I'll think of it for next time. But thanks again, Chris, for coming. This is Chris. You can find him on Abroad in Japan and Chris Abroad, whatever channel you like. And yeah, I'm Alex from Tokyo Portfolio. Subscribe to me below. You know, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you'd like. And until next time, thanks for watching.
That's absolutely thunder and lightning outside now.
Yeah.
Crikey.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So what they do is they have 3 kinds of moss that they put over the ground, and it kind of gives this kind of pollution, ethereal kind of feel. Oh my God! Oh my goodness! What's going on? What can $3 million buy you in life?
All right.